What's good with it? It's your boy, WTS Sporty, and I'm back with another video, man. Before we get started, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like this video, click the notification bell so you know when I rock more videos like this, man. Look, man, the video I'm gonna get into, 8 signs you're way smarter than the people around you, man. Look, we gonna get into some of that as soon as we get into this intro music. We gonna hit that shit up right now. Way too sporty, what you talking about? POV, a nigga dropping, nigga popping out. Way too turn so you can cut it out. Bust the ugly thing on you, have you running out. Way too fresh, your favorite YouTuber. Nigga way too cold, I don't do bloopers. Stay 10 toes down, I don't do troop. Alright, y'all ready to touch this thing? Yo, boom, let's do it.
Okay, Brainiacs, let's kick this off with number 8. You enjoy being alone. The more a highly intelligent person socializes with friends and acquaintances, the less satisfied they are with their life. Doesn't this sound a bit contradictory to everything we know about humans? Like the fact that we are happier when surrounded by other people? Psychologists at the Singapore Management University and the London School of Economics don't think so. According to their research, individuals with an IQ that is higher than average can actually feel worse if they're involved in too much socialization. About 15,000 young adults aged between 18 and 28 took part in the study. The main trend turned out to be that the more time young people spent with other people, the more satisfied they were with their life. On the other hand, this tendency was reversed if a person was classified as highly intelligent. The scientists have already developed a couple of theories explaining this phenomenon. The most apparent thing to assume is that smart people perceive the process of communication as something that distracts them from their goals. As a result, they may feel that it's much more important to concentrate on their own projects than to socialize. There's also a theory based on the evolutionary development of humankind. Accordingly, intelligent people can adapt to the modern world more successfully because they have more tools to do so. Consequently, they are simply more independent than others and don't need help from other people. That's why being part of a group isn't so important now. Historically, our ancestors needed to stay together to survive. On top of that, there's the concept of emotional intelligence, which includes a person's ability to be honest with themselves and perceive themselves objectively. It's obvious that people who succeed in this process may encounter misunderstanding, irritation, boredom, or censorship.
In this video, how many of you guys sound just like what's going on right here? I know I'm one of them. Check to see if you see any relatable points, man. Let's keep it rolling.
If they try to share their ideas with a group of people, their point of view on almost any subject, be it art, religion, or relationships in a family, will seem too brave, unacceptable, threatening, or even too sensitive to listeners. That's why highly intelligent people sometimes find it hard to maintain many social connections. Yes, we do. At the same time, it's important to say that enjoying communication with your friends doesn't make you less intelligent. The thing is that smart people, who have perfect adaptation mechanisms, have learned to feel comfortable around other people, and this doesn't make them unhappy. In any case, if you or other people in your life prefer being alone, this doesn't necessarily mean loneliness.
Right.
Sometimes it's just a sign of greater intelligence. Number 7. You feel pressured. Smart people often see and realize things that the people around them can't comprehend. That's why they know for sure where their life should head.
How many people on this video, man, feel the pressure? I mean, how many people watching this video? How many people on this video feel the pressure? Me. One person. But how many people watching this video ever feel a lot of pressure? Small situations, man. Yeah? All right. Let's go.
Sometimes this direction is completely different from the direction in which everyone else moves. Smart people understand that they can do more, make more money, build a better career, and have better relationships. At the same time, they live under constant pressure. If a highly intelligent person does something that doesn't contribute to their success and well-being, they feel as if they're failing and wasting their resources. They put pressure on themselves and it keeps growing. And if their life differs from the one they'd pictured in their mind, Smart people tend to attack and criticize themselves. Number 6. You often daydream. Daydreaming
Any daydreamers out there? I'm one of them, all right? Let's keep rolling.
might not be a distracting habit, but a sign of high intelligence. In their study, psychologists from the Georgia Institute of Technology drew a connection between daydreaming and the efficiency and strength of a person's brain. Participants of the study had to focus on something for 5 minutes. During this time, their brains were monitored with the help of an MRI machine. After that, they were
Serious
given
shit.
several intelligence tests, as well as tests that measured their attention level. It turned out that the people with the highest test scores were also the people whose minds wandered most during the easier tasks.
Okay.
Oops, sorry. My mind was wandering.
Mine's too,
Number
man. Mine's
5.
too.
You're open-minded. Highly intelligent people never close themselves off if they come across new ideas or unusual opportunities. They tend to look for alternative solutions and consider the views of other people. According to psychologists, open-minded people who are interested in different viewpoints and analyze all the evidence they have higher scores on intelligence tests. At the same time, even after having considered various opinions, smart people tend to choose the ideas they're going to follow with care. They are unlikely to accept something purely on face value. They don't trust blindly, demanding sufficient evidence first.
Sound like anybody else out there besides me? Yeah, all right.
Number 4. Your self-control is exceptional. Well, that lets me out. Another thing that makes smart people stand out in a crowd is their ability to overcome impulsiveness. They tend to plan their actions, clarify their goals, explore different strategies, and think about consequences. A study published in the journal Psychological Science in 2009 established a connection between intelligence and self-control. The researchers who conducted this study believe that smart people have a more developed anterior prefrontal cortex. This is the part of the brain responsible for solving difficult problems and exhibiting self-control when you're moving toward your goal.
Yeah.
Self-control.
Makes sense.
It all sounds great until ice cream comes into play, and then I drive right off into the bushes.
Right.
Number 3. Your indecisiveness stems from overanalyzing. Highly intelligent people
I mean, I'm listening to this shit, man, and all of this shit he's talking about, man, sounds like everything I do. You know what I'm saying? This is some crazy ass shit. Anybody out there relate to this? Yeah, me too.
need to know all the pros and cons before they make a decision. But at the same time, the more they analyze, the less likely they are to act. The problem is that smart people overanalyze and, as a result, develop so many what-if scenarios that it gets the better of them. One more reason why it's hard for intelligent people to make decisions is their tendency for perfectionism. They have to get the best result possible. This gets especially frustrating if they lead a team of people or an organization. Their inability to take the final step can have highly negative effects. Number 2. You often feel dissatisfied or unhappy. For some smart people, their intelligence turns out to be a curse. They simply don't fit in, and sometimes wonder about the truthfulness of the expression, ignorance is bliss. When they pretend to be less smart to be accepted in a social group, they feel
Yo, how many of us have had to do that shit? Dumb it down and fit in, man. Hard to do that shit. It's hard to dumb me down. Hard to do that shit. I tried to do that shit to fit in certain crowds, man, and I eventually just packed that shit up. I'm like, all right, I'm out of this motherfucker. Ain't my type of crowd. So let's keep rolling.
as if they're betraying themselves. Under such circumstances, smart individuals start to worry and overthink. Unfortunately, this leads to a negative attitude and cynicism. It becomes especially prominent if a person doesn't have any emotional support or lacks experiences that can affirm their positive image of themselves and the world around them.
Yeah.
Statistically, emotional and creative intelligence, together with the ability to connect the dots, frequently indicate an increased risk of developing depression. So chill, man. It's okay. Number 1. You connect concepts that seem unrelated. Smart people can see patterns nobody else pays attention to. This happens due to their ability to draw parallels. So, while most people see absolutely nothing in common between a watermelon and a piece of sashimi, a smart person will immediately say that both products are cold and eaten raw. In fact, some researchers believe that people can draw such connections thanks to a creative mind, and creativity is closely related to high intelligence. Plus, sashimi on watermelon sounds really good, doesn't it?
Yeah, don't
So
sound too
hey,
bad.
did you recognize any features that you possess?
I know I did. Like all 8 of those signs, you know what I'm saying, sounds like me. You know, I don't know if that makes me introverted. I don't know what that does, but it definitely sounds like me. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to watch this video without your boy in it, I got the link in the description below. If you want to watch the video with your boy again, go on and roll it back. I'm going to say less. Make sure you give Stress the wrong address. I'm going to get up out this thing. Way too sporty, man, with another one. Peace. Way too sporty, what you talking about? POV, a nigga dropping, nigga popping out. Way too turn so you can cut it out. Bust the ugly thing on you, have you running out. Way too fresh, your favorite YouTuber. Nigga way too cold, I don't do bloopers. Stay 10 toes down, I don't do troop.